Islam has a system of hijab. Normally, the Islamic speakers, they always speak about hijab for the women. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the glorious Quran, first speaks about the hijab for the man and then for the woman. The Quran says in Surah Nur, chapter number 24, verse number 30, that say to the believing man that he should lower his gaze and guard his modesty. Whenever a man looks at a woman and any brazen thought comes in his mind, any unashamed thought comes in his mind, the Quran says he should lower his gaze. There was once my friend who was a Muslim who was staring at a girl for a long time. So I told him, brother, what are you doing? It's not allowed in Islam. So he told me, our beloved Prophet said, the first glance is allowed, the second is prohibited. I have not yet completed half my glance. What did the Prophet mean by saying the first glance is allowed, the second is prohibited? That doesn't mean you can look at a woman and for 10 minutes you can look at her without blinking. You stare at her without blinking for 10 minutes. What the Prophet meant, that if you look at a woman unintentionally, don't intentionally look at her again, stare at her again. The next verse speaks about the hijab for the woman. The Quran says in Surah Nur, chapter number 24, verse number 31, that say to the believing woman that she should lower her gaze and guard her modesty, and display not her beauty except what appears ordinarily of, and draw her veil over the bosoms, and display not the beauty except in front of her husband, her father, her sons, and a big list of mahram, the close relatives who she can't marry is given. And the criteria for hijab are given in the Quran, the Sahih Hadith. There are basically 6 criteria. For the man, the extent is from the navel to the knee. For the woman, the complete body should be covered. The only parts that can be seen are the face and the hands up to the wrist. Some scholars say that even this should be covered. The remaining 5 criteria are the same for the man and the woman. The second is, the clothes they wear, it should not be so tight that it reveals the figure. Third, it should not be transparent so that you can see through. Fourth, it should not be glamorous so that it attracts the opposite sex. Fifth, it should not resemble that of the unbeliever. You cannot wear a sign of Christianity like a cross. You cannot wear a Om or Tika, which is a sign of Hinduism. Don't wear clothes which are identity of an unbeliever. And the last is, do not wear clothes that which resemble the opposite sex. In the Western world, we have men wearing one earring. It has certain significance, one earring. Such things are prohibited in Islam. And hijab is not confined only to the clothing. It also includes the moral conduct, the behavior, the attitude, the intention of a person. Besides hijab of the clothes, there should be hijab of the eyes, hijab of the mind, hijab of the thought, hijab of the heart. A person should even have hijab in the way he talks, the way he behaves, the way he thinks. And the reason for hijab for the woman is mentioned in the glorious Quran in Surah Ahzab, chapter 33, verse 59, which says that, O Prophet, tell your wives and the believing women that when they go abroad, they should put on the cloak so that they shall be recognized. The Quran gives the reason, put on the cloak so that they shall be recognized, and they shall not be molested. The Quran says hijab has been prescribed to prevent the woman from being molested.